Rain International presents Unapologetic Podcast.
Not if you consider all the other times that we tried and this and that.
Right.
So shout out to us. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm so excited to be able to just talk shit with you.
Right.
We always have so many good conversations, so many organic conversations.
Right.
So I'm really just excited to sit back, talk shit with you. I know it's a little different for you, being in front of the camera and starting, for them to play, okay, go. And then we just talk our shit. And we're like, we're here. We're like, try not to talk to the camera and talk to you.
Right.
And I think, it's great. So I'm so happy you're here.
I know. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate, all these good people around me. I feel like, I've been through kind of thick and thin with you a little bit, in such a short amount of time that we've known each other. It's just kind of crazy to me. We've bonded so well.
Yes.
So
I love it. And I'm so happy for you. And I love you and your relationship and
I love you
everything
too.
you got going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to be here. We let's tell them how, because we were supposed to have a third person on the panel with us today, but due to some sicknesses, we couldn't change the schedule around. So unfortunately, he's not in the first episode. So if you hear a crazy loud man in the back talking, it's the owner of Mr. Rain International Podcast, invest in. So if you hear some crazy man in the background, that's just,
Crazy shit?
Y'all know Jay.
Crazy? Nah, we're having a good time tonight. What up, y'all?
motherfucking Weisner, the
It's your
founder.
boy Jay, Rain International.
Yes.
First episode of Unapologetic Podcast. So welcome. Check us out on live, unapologetic _ podcast, IG. Check us out.
Hey,
Let's
if
have
y'all
fun.
know and listen to any of the original podcasts we've done, Jay brings out the shit in me. So I had a lot of people, I asked a lot of people for a couple of weeks, be like, hey, should I come for violence or keep it cute? Because, I got a lot of shit I've been dying to get the fuck off of my chest.
Right. Yeah. I mean, from the shit that you've told me.
I got a lot of shit, but you know what? I'm keeping it cute, Jay. I'm not going to let Jay bring nothing crazy out.
I like Toxic Mac. Like Toxic Mac.
Oh, God. It's Toxic 2022.
Let me ship on my wine.
She said, let me put my mind. I want to get right into some things with some Wendy Chad.
Okay.
I want to get right into some things, all right? Because I really, tell people your stands. Because I know you're very feminist.
Right. Very feminist.
I think you're very into self-care and self-learning. So just tell people a little bit about you in terms of where you stand when it comes to relationships and men.
Men. No offense to the men, but sometimes, I mean, for me personally, I feel like I'm a very good woman. I'm a caring person. I feel like I do have my toxic traits. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I was raised in such a conservative, catering to men, and it's just me coming out of my little shell is okay, where does Wendy fit in this now? You get what I'm saying? Not so much
compared to today's dating standards.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I was raised in a Christian household, very religious. So it was
it's tough out
nothing.
here in these streets.
Exactly. It's a little tough out here. You want to be loved, but at the same time you want to be a little freaky. It is it's just a balance.
But why do you think, I feel I know the way the generations go and everybody's a little bit more crazy, and I know everyone always blames everything on social media and this and that, but why do you think everything today is less traditional than most?
I feel like we've grown. You know what I mean? We've grown to see people as what they are and not as what we expect them to be.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
That's true. I totally respect that. That's so true, 100%. Because that's I've never had someone actually say it like that. Yeah. But to say actually ourselves and who people that we love and
exactly
express themselves and not just what the world wants us to conform to.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, we were born the way we are.
Y'all know, listen, and this is why we're called unapologetic. Right. And I know Bossman wanted me to explain a little about unapologetic. And the reason the reason why we named our podcast Unapologetic is because we want to tell people to not be apologizing and sorry for you. Right. And everybody has a right to be themselves. And I think sometimes we put a lot of pressure on people to be a certain way. And a lot of people out there do not know how to be themselves and are very afraid to express. people in relationships, people out of relationships. I feel like, people just don't know, never feel comfortable in themselves. I think are always trying to prove themselves. And I think you shouldn't apologize for being you. Find people around you in your circle that love you for you. So we named our podcast Unapologetic because we tried everything, right? This isn't our first go around. For the people that know me, they've watched us do our business shit where we used to bring on entrepreneurs. Then we tried the raunchy shit and we was saying some crazy shit. And it just got to the point where, no, we're just unapologetic. We don't care. We're here to have a safe place to conversate. I want to hear your thoughts. Right. So that's why the fuck we're named Unapologetic. And y'all know we doing this from the bottom up. We don't got a company behind us paying for shit. We paying out of our own pockets. If y'all see, we got a whole setup.
Right.
Shout out to Wendy and shout out to our cameraman, Bryant. We got the whole stand-up lights, the whole podcast setup, all the mics. Y'all don't even know our boy Brian is behind that camera all day. He's like, bitch,
all day.
We don't need nobody. Y'all know we was finna go to a whole Miami studio record. We said, nah, we gonna do this our way, the right way. So to get back into a little bit, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, and that's okay because we human. Okay, yeah. And bitch, we ain't saying sorry. Fuck y'all if y'all
sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
But I wanted to because when we were on a really good thing, and I think right now a lot of people, every time they get out of a relationship in a bad way, it's like they blame it on toxicity, right? Oh, we were toxic. Do you think people use that word as an excuse to not hold themselves accountable?
Absolutely. I was just going to say that. It's labeling something toxic. It's really two people have to come together to hold themselves accountable. You know what I mean? And you have to be willing to see each other's ugly to come together and be like, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what this person needs to work on. Let's give each other room to grow. That's what I see as a relationship should be. But I think toxic is just like labeling. I feel like it's very 2022, oh, that motherfucker was toxic. She was toxic. That's why I left him. He did this, and that. And like, we want to blame each other instead of holding ourselves accountable. Okay, where did I go wrong in the relationship? You know what I mean? So that's how I think of it.
Literally, and that's exactly what I went through, which I think was such a mind fuck for me for the last, I say 6 months, but maybe 3 to 6, depending on what you consider, but just always putting myself to blame and having someone literally act as if I'm the only person doing certain things. Right. And it was such a mind fuck. And for a person to leave a relationship and say, oh, we were toxic, you're admitting that you have no accountability.
Exactly. 100%.
No accountability. It's like being 100%. How could you leave any relationship and not even address anything that you've gone through or anything that you've done.
Right.
And just blame it on, oh, we were toxic. So we weren't going to work out. There's someone better.
But then that's where you need to realize that person lacks self-awareness 100%.
100%.
So it's if they lack self-awareness in themselves and they can't tell you where they fail themselves, how can they do the same for you and see where you're failing and be compassionate about that? If they're not compassionate with themselves or even see themselves for what they truly are, it's kind of like they're lying to themselves. You know what I mean? So it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So that's where I feel like you need to step away from that. Don't feel so guilty that you did enough. You did what you could.
And that's how I feel now. Yeah. 2 months ago, I would have been like, oh, I'm the bad guy. I'm this, I'm that. But actually reflecting on so many things that going on, I was like, okay. Motherfucker, you crazy. And you clearly showing right now that you crazy because you don't even know yourself. You don't know your identity. Right. You feeling voids. And it's like, ooh, child. Yeah. We going to pray for that. Wendy, no, be honest, though. What do you think is a toxic trait that you possess that you probably been working on or trying to work on, and acknowledge? Because I don't think people ever want to, say their flaws. So what do you think is a toxic trait that you possess that you're working on?
I 100%, I'm an overthinker. I'm an overthinker 100%. I will take things out of context unintentionally because I assume the worst. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I project that onto my partner sometimes, depending on, where we're at, what situation we're in. Am I drinking? Am I not drinking? You know what I mean? All of that plays into it. But I can get rude. I can get ugly. And I'm not afraid to admit, my flaws. I feel like we all have an ugly side, and it all depends on, if somebody's triggering that, we need to recognize it ourselves. Like, okay, I need to work on this. You know what I mean? Like if it repeatedly happens, okay, I'm not going to ignore this
area. Being proactive and not reactive.
Exactly. Being proactive and not reactive. And I feel like that's where I'm such like an emotional, like I feel things very deeply. So I react, you know, based on my feelings and not off my, all right, where this is real, this is not. What am I making up? What am I not making up? What's the reality? You know what I mean? And I feel like I lose sight of reality of what really is in front of me. Instead of, you know, seeing the best in people, seeing the bad in people, and just running with that.
Do you think that a lot of your thinking is off your emotions?
100%.
Yes.
I mean, I feel...
Can I read something to you?
Yeah.
I want to just read something to you real quick because my best friend, she's actually reading this book. And it was just about thinking and like ways to better yourself. And it was saying how reactive people are also affected by their social environment.
Yeah.
By the social weather. When people treat them well, they feel well. When people don't, they become defensive or protective. Reactive people build their emotional lives around the behavior of others, empowering the weakness of other people to control them. The ability to subordinate an impulse to a value is the essence of the proactive person. Reactive people are driven by feelings, by circumstances, by conditions, by their environment. Proactive people are driven by values, carefully thought about, selected, and internalized values. Proactive people are still influenced by external stimuli, whether physical, social, or psychological, but their response to the stimuli, conscious or unconscious, is a value-based choice or response. That shit hit me hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you kind of hit me hard. I'm like, oh shit, damn.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, when she sent me that, I was like, okay. Because, listen, I am reactive.
Right.
And that's my problem, right?
Yeah.
That's not my toxic trait I was going to say because I got another one that's kind of funny a little bit. But, like, I do got to, like, I am very reactive.
Yeah.
But, damn, motherfuckers act like, bitch, we're reacting from that shit.
Exactly. And then I feel like there's a difference between, you know, if you're reactive, how is that partner going to take it? Like, are they going to react with you or are they going to see, like, all right, you're having a bad moment. You need to take a second and
what if they
calm
caused
yourself.
that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What if they fucking did that and then they run with it too and now you're both reacting? Like,
but then who's wrong? Because that goes to the other shit of like, you are with someone, and that's what I went through personally. I was with someone that always talked about my reaction.
Right.
All the time.
But then that's I feel like that's gaslighting because they're only trying to make it seem like you're the problem. And you're the one that needs to fix things instead of, all right, what am I doing too? You know, what am I causing?
Oh, terms that were, you know, terms that people are using that are real and, you know, they only do that and then just only talk about your say that to the camera. What is that? If a motherfucker blames you for all your reactions but never about what the fuck they do, what is that?
It's
Wendy?
called gaslighting.
And where we learn that at?
Therapy.
And what the fuck? Why? Because we are what?
Proactive.
Right? Proactive. Wait, cheers to that, bitch. We just some reactive bitches trying to get proactive on y'all hoes. Cause y'all try the shit.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe with the shits, bro. I can't. And this is not just against men. This is not against women. This is in general.
Exactly.
Listen, women are just as toxic as men, and men can be just as toxic as women.
100%.
And I think the end of the day, if you don't have no accountability, get your life together, bitch. If you can't hold yourself accountable, get yourself together. I'm just saying.
Don't make me fucking look crazy when you fucking crazy, motherfucker. Like, please.
I can't. Do you want to hear my toxic trait? I was gonna say. I tend to make jokes about everything. I don't consider myself someone who has a dark sense of humor because I don't know what that defines.
You know what I think it is?
What?
Sarcasm.
It is.
It's sarcasm.
100%.
Yeah.
I am so sarcastic. And I'm so like, it was such a problem with my relationship. And I changed it. Like that person made it aware that there was a problem and I fixed it. But like
Right.
that was always my problem. Cause I'm from New York. I'll be talking shit and like I joke around. I'm very funny and like I joke, but I'll joke about like flaws.
Right.
I'll joke about things. If someone does me wrong, I'll joke about it if I'm over it.
Right.
Like if someone does something, I'll make a joke. And it's like, I guess it's not that it's toxic, I guess maybe, but it is. It can be.
I feel like there's a limit to sarcasm. I feel like you should be aware of like, maybe if you say something sarcastic, look at how people react.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because not everybody takes sarcasm personally or non-personally. Like for me, like there's some things, let's say you hit a little insecurity. Yeah, I'm not going to take it as a funny joke. You know what I mean?
And that is my problem. And I think what I've done in the past is like maybe took that lightly, where like maybe it was like, oh, well, I'm just joking, but it's like realizing, and I learned from that.
Yeah.
Like I learned from that. Like trust me, I went through it. Like my ex was like, oh, it was not big with my sarcastic jokes. Yeah. And I was like, I get it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, because I really wanted that person to be happy. But yes, that definitely is like one of my toxic traits.
But that's also part of your personality, and it takes those people to like be able to handle that. But
like, where's Jay at? Jay, where Jay at? Because we always talk about this because we're like,
I'll be talking mad shit.
We talk mad shit to each other, and it takes like a certain type of real motherfucker to like handle that shit, and we do it all the time.
Right.
Jay, where you at?
Yo, right here, man. What's up? What we doing?
Jay stressed.
What we doing?
Jay stressed. He said,
Jay stressed.
I'm stressing, man. First episode problems. What's up?
First episode. What's good?
We nervy.
Wendy, listen. So I want to get a little crazy because I know you a female, so I don't want to be too try to put you out there. But I had this thing because I just like, have you ever had like funny sex moments with your partner?
Absolutely.
Yes. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing because then, like, let's say you do something a little low-key embarrassing and it's like you guys laugh about it instead of, be like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it just releases tension, Like, okay, we can laugh with each other in such a vulnerable
with that
place,
person, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're comfortable with that person?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's funny because, like, some people actually, like, don't like it, but I think it's because they're very uptight in their relationship and too conservative.
Yeah.
But, like, I got so many funny stories.
No, Wendy. What was it?
What?
What was the funny moment? What was it?
Tell us one, Wendy. Tell us one where you laughed. She's like, hold on, don't put me on the spot.
Well, I feel like this is just like a generic like thing. Like it's a natural thing women do. Like you queef.
Men do it.
Queef,
okay.
And so like, no, motherfucker, I did not just fart. Like, come on, you should know.
Men do it too, though. Remember, we looked that up? Matt, remember?
Yes.
On the yacht.
Oh.
I have an experience recently.
Wait. So you queef out of your butthole?
Yes, you can. It is possible. It is.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Possibility for a queef to come out of it's possible. Yo, I swear to God, we did look it up because when we recorded, I remember we recorded this one episode on a yacht and we were just being crazy, and we had a whole debate on what is a queef. And by the way, queef is the air in the vagina.
Right. Exactly.
When it is super wet and you go in and out.
It's being pushed out.
But yo, men can 100% queef, and I can testify. And I think what happened, I'm so sorry for you. Oh, but see, I always do that.
Sorry to the virgin ears.
Because I'm a classy bitch. I'm classy, but I'm crazy. And everybody knows that. Literally, I think what happened was maybe there was just a little bit of water left in there, and it just got it was very it got a little crazy, but it was
water?
like,
where was you at?
Water!
Was you in the shower?
Oh, I need the men to chime in. The gay men that are listening, please. So
We're LGBTQ.
Men who are in the gay community, we clean out too. So we clean out, and I swear, I don't know, but I'm telling you, I was feeling lovely. And I was, child. And I'm saying, it was the noise for me. It was giving very much macaroni, but nothing colored. It was all clear. And I think it was just from the prior cleaning. I was feeling nice. It just
Whoa, wait. You talk about the back door? I'm trying to imagine this.
It was definitely.
It has to be the back door.
It was back door. It was back door. It was giving very much clean and macaroni. It was giving very much pasta water.
So y'all douched before this? Like, does that happen?
Men do that.
Okay.
You have to. Men douche. A lot of them use the enema. I personally, an enema, it's like the ball one. I've never used one. I personally use a feminine douche.
Okay.
It's easier for me and I like it and it works. I just put water in it. It's a clean and I do it.
Right.
And that's what I use. But I swear, I don't know if there was water left in there and it just was like so wet. I never queefed before.
Really?
Never.
Damn.
Never. And let me tell you, I had
wait,
some good
did you
sex in my life.
use, I'm sorry, I'm getting deep here. Are you using lubrication? Like, what are you?
In that moment, no. I'm not really a big lube person. It actually, I got very sensitive skin. I don't like lube in me. I like when you can get it very naturally wet with your spit and like loosen it up, take your time.
I feel like I'm the same way because I've used lube and it burns.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's because your partner ain't doing it right. And it's like if they putting anything in you, whether it's a dick, lube, or a finger or whatever, and it don't feel right because they're not making you feel right in the moment.
No, they not.
And I don't like that. And we need refills, by the way. So if somebody could get us some refills. I took mine. I
feel like I was talking.
I was like, I knew I was about to get a little crazy, so let me put in my shot. Let me
talk about douching.
We're gonna play a game. Okay. And it's Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
The question is, and we'll let Jay decide. Jay, we have two Would You Rathers. We have one that's like keep it cute, and we have one that's a little very raunchy for the listeners.
I've got
which one should we do?
Both. Yeah, I was gonna say.
He sounded so creepy. Both. I want it all. He said, both. Oh, I wish I was at a pool party earlier.
You know what I think New Yorkers say? Because I'm from Florida, y'all from New York. Both.
BOF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all say both. Both.
PH is pronounced F.
Yeah, like even Swiss's kids like both.
Yeah.
Both of them.
And I love
It's
it.
both of them, bitch.
Both of them.
It's both of them. It's both of them.
Yeah. People from up north, all of them say that.
There's a lot of things up north people say.
Facts.
There's a lot of things up north people say. Like, wait, listen. I literally, I tell people this all the time. Nobody ever knows what chopped meat is.
What the fuck?
Oh, God. Jay, what the fuck is chopped meat? Can you tell them?
Like you chop liver? Like
No, he don't even know.
Chopped meat.
If he don't know.
Pause.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
like
yo.
you got no.
I know every New Yorker listening right now knows what the fuck chopped meat is. Chopped meat is ground beef.
Oh,
It's ground beef.
I thought it was a metaphor or something.
No, it's ground beef. But you want to know where it stems from? And you could Google it. If you Google, anybody listen, if you Google chopped meat, it's going to be ground beef. Chopped meat, it is, chopped meat, it originates because you know when you go to the corner store and get sandwiches, like you can get like an egg sandwich on a roll. You can get a chopped cheese. So it's like basically just like meat and you chop up the meat and stuff. And it's like a Philly cheesesteak, but they call it a chopped cheese. That's where it stems from, but it's chopped meat. If you go to the butcher in New York and you say, can I get a pound of chopped meat? They'll give you ground beef. But anyway, back to motherfucking business. I need to know.
I feel like I need to experience New York like that. I don't know.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
And I missed like my grandma's apartment that she had for like over 40 years. And we used to go to the corner to the little bodega and we would get like a nice ham sandwich on a nice ass roll. And like you go to the store, you get 99-cent chips, quarter drinks.
Yep.
I'm sure that shit's expensive too, even at the bodegas.
I feel like with me, I'm in fucking plain ass Florida. It's flat. It's hot. It's humid. Like I haven't experienced shit. I need to get out of this fucking state.
I do got a little bodega next to my house. It's so popping. It's like it really does feel like a whole little bodega. Oh, this yes.
Wait, you talking about the Mexican store? Or?
No, it's not Mexican store.
No,
it's not.
No, we got talking a British accent now. Is that what we're doing? Because I won't bring it out.
It's not a Mexican store.
Okay.
And it's not a Spanish store. It's not an anything store.
No,
the bodega, because it could be, most of the time, they be run by Indians, bitch.
You damn right.
They be running, they buy fucking
Our 7-Eleven by the job is ran by Indians.
They run by all kinds. The bodega is the little corner store that got nothing but flyers on the window and got everything in that bitch.
Everything.
If you need from beer to food, if you need oil, if you need a hat,
you need vegetables,
a fitted hat,
vegetables.
They got a little bit of vegetables, but they do more like, and then usually they got some kind of food you could get. They got some kind of food. Deli. Real bodegas in New York, you can go there in the morning and you get a fresh fucking egg sandwich on a fucking roll. And that should be so fucking good. You get a chopped cheese. And that's like a bodega. So the bodega is, in my opinion, and can we Google this? Or I guess I'll do it. Hold on.
A bodega?
I've never done this. Like a bodega. Like I've never Googled the actual definition of a bodega.
I feel like I think of the song.
I put on my jewelry just to go to the bodega, and I keep it with me just somebody safer. Fendi on my body, but my feet is in Bottega. Bitch, I'm getting money, gives a fuck about a...
There's a whole lot of money in
hater.
this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Fuck y'all hoes. Anyway, if y'all never gone to a bodega, then y'all got a problem.
I listen, I visited the Bronx. Like, that's where my family's from.
So, listen, it's so funny.
But, like, I feel like I haven't lived it. You know what I mean?
Laugh because you said Mexican?
I need a laugh.
So, bodega in the U.S., a small grocery store, especially in a Spanish-speaking neighborhood.
The Bronx, Queens, right? In a
Spanish-speaking country, a wine shop or wine cellar. But she literally said, it usually used to be a storehouse for wine, but it's basically the little store on your corner in your neighborhood that got everything.
Right by the intersection
Am I right?
of the
Brian,
street.
you know.
Yeah.
Right? You can go there and get everything.
Yep. No, I 100% agree. I feel like we don't got that in Florida, you know?
I'm telling you, I got one by my house. It's popping. I get everything. I got all my hats.
We used to live by each other.
Yeah, it's right there. It's the...
Where are you talking about?
I don't know if it's called like Food Express. And it's on the right next to the laundromat. It's like behind Young's Market.
Oh, you talking about Quick Mart? Is that what it's called?
It's behind Young's Market. You know the Young's produce store?
Yeah, I go there all the time.
That store, the Young's Market or the other store?
I go to Young's Market, and that's 7-Eleven.
No, the other one to the right. There's a whole store to the right.
There's a store to the right?
Next to the Metro.
Next to the Metro?
Next to the Metro.
Motherfucker, you got to show me.
It's a whole bodega. Bitch, you go in there and get boiled peanuts.
Boiled peanuts? Damn.
Mm-hmm. Listen, anyway.
Maybe you're going to have to take me to the bodega.
Let's get back to it because we're not going to put on our jewelry just to go to the bodega. I do be looking at the bodegas where you go and your local gas station. Ain't nobody ever seen you crazier than your local gas station.
I'll be walking in there busted. Fucking shorts, a hoodie.
I go to Walmart looking crazy.
Slides with no socks.
How come I go to Walmart looking crazy, but when I go to Target, I got to put on better clothes?
Exactly. When you're at Target, you got to be a little bougie. You know, you got to be up to par.
Why is that? I mean, we know why.
Target is fucking expensive. I just went there today.
Yo. Oh my God. I cannot. Listen.
Yeah.
All right. Wendy, would you rather? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do the crazy one. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it because we were talking about like toxic in relationships.
Okay.
Would you rather be in a toxic relationship with someone that you love passionately? Or would you rather be within a more untoxic relationship with someone that you really don't have deep love for? Is that a stupid question, y'all?
I don't think it's a stupid question.
It's not a stupid question?
I feel like it's a very emotional question, you know?
It can be.
Feelings, feelings like overpower your fucking mental.
I know.
100%.
100%.
So I feel like for me, just knowing myself, I would stay in the toxic relationship. But it's like, it's a hard truth to fucking hear because I know where I could do better. I deserve better, but it's just
that
so
hits
hard
home for me.
Yeah, it hits home for me too.
That hit home for me. Because
and not just that, like my upbringing, like my mom has forgiven my dad for a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's like that was portrayed to me, and like I believe in people more than I should. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you're always hoping for the best.
Right. Because
you're someone that it's hard, like when you know that even when you do wrong, it's hard when you know that. When you're acknowledging your issues and the other person's not, but you love that person. Mm-hmm. So then we really like put up a shield against the world to them.
Right.
I just want them to do better.
Yeah.
And like be better people too. And then they don't want to do that. And it sucks because You love someone so much, like
you realize now what you deserve and what your worth is.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's like, oh, so thinking of like, oh, like you said, back to the whole point of like staying in that relationship. It's like a constant feel to like want to get back to the way things have felt.
Right.
And the way things were good, because it's such a good love. It was such, it can be such a good love in whatever way.
Until it got tainted.
You know? So I respect you saying that. For you to be like, knowing me and knowing the shit you would accept, to say that I might actually stay in that toxic relationship, I respect that so fucking much, which is why we call our podcast Unapologetic.
Unapologetic.
Because a lot of you motherfuckers would never say that.
Yeah.
A lot of you motherfuckers who are listening would never say that. Ever. Nobody will ever be like, oh, I actually might stay in that toxic relationship because the person that I've been and the person I'm trying to become.
Right. But listen, this is where we have to forgive ourselves for, reacting how we wanted to survive. At the end of the day, that person was our world. That person was your world. You fucking imagined your future with that person. So it's hard. It's very hard to let go of that after all that you've built, after all the fucking time you spent with each other. It's very hard to let go. But you just come to a point where you realize, okay, I wake up today and I realize that I want something different for myself. I want better for myself. And that it just comes with time. It just comes with time for that person to realize.
And also, let me just say this. Mm-hmm. It is also okay for the person that even if they are leading the abuse and they're the problem, to acknowledge that they want better. Mm-hmm. But it's not fair for them to not hold themselves accountable and leave the relationship with no clear closure, in my opinion. But I understand we get closure from ourselves.
Right.
But it's okay for that person. And when I actually got out of my relationship, I made a post. I was like, listen, about accountability. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it is okay if someone does not want to be with someone. It is okay. Like, no matter who did what, no matter what happened, it is okay for that person to say, hey, I don't want to be with you.
For X, Y, and Z.
Exactly. And that's okay.
Right.
Don't string me along. Don't keep me in the wait. Be honest with yourself.
Right.
And say, hey, this ain't going to work out, or we need to fix this.
Right.
And that's it. It's okay. So at the end of the day, hold yourself accountable.
I feel like that's where relationships are tricky, because I feel like we all get into this moment where we don't understand each other.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it all comes down to where are we going to fix our relationship? Where are we going to come together to fix the problem instead of blaming each other for what the fuck is going on?
And what sucks is like when you're in a relationship and it hasn't been that long and y'all been through so much. Mm-hmm. So you have that balance of like that kind of back and forth of like, oh my God, is it just too soon to be going through any of this? But it's like at the same time, you can't help the things that y'all have gone through.
No,
so
I mean, like, you know who the fuck you talking to, man. You know what the fuck I've been through.
Some shit.
We've been through some shit.
Bitch, I'm not even going to say what the fuck. Let me tell you something. My ex is out there trying to find themselves, and I don't know, they going through whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not bitter. I give love and support.
That just shows that you're.
I've learned from everything I've done. Yeah. I don't know. I'd pray for people. I do. And I don't mean that fake. I've said that in fake ways before. I truly hope the best. But anyway, so in my opinion, because I know we're coming to an end so far, and we got to take a quick break real quick.
Motherfucking end.
We got to take a quick break real quick.
Intermission.
Darling. I say, bitch, 2 months ago, I would have said, give me the toxic. Maybe in a way, because just based on what my situation was. But now, 2022 to res, bitch, I ain't doing no more toxic in my life. If you're not good for me, I'm not ignoring red flags.
We want to protect our peace.
I'm looking at the red flags from the beginning, and I'm kicking y'all the fuck out. Fuck you all. Fuck Plan B. Wait.
Meg the Stallion has taught us the best.
International presents Unapologetic Podcast.
What would you say?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You were just singing a song.
I know, but I feel like I don't know enough. Like, I just know that part.
No. Are we on live? Are we live? Are we recording? All right. Live. No. Did y'all see the TikTok where there was like, oh, where was Usher at 7 o'clock?
Probably fucking cheating. I don't know.
She said Usher was probably cheating. No, the song, you were just singing it.
I know, but I feel like I don't know enough.
Unapologetic Podcast.
I feel uncultured.
7 o'clock.
on the dot.
I'm in a drop top, cruising the stream.
Oh.
Got a real pretty baby, got a thing.
You
that's
see, like, I
working
feel
for
like I didn't know the
me.
lyrics. I didn't know the
I
lyrics.
pull up, anticipating of good love. All right, let's be quick because I know we on a time quick. We back. We had to take a break. We love y'all. We just gotta always get right.
What the hell is a time quick?
A what? Did I say time quick?
A quick time.
Was that me or the tequila talking?
The tequila?
I hope it was
Tequila.
Did I say time quick? Oh, that's my nerves, y'all. I be so nervous. I don't think anybody ever understands the pressure when you sit.
In front of
Everybody that knows me is like, Matthew, you're so great at talking. You're so understanding. I love you. Your personality is great. And then they're like, you should do shit like this. It's so different when you sit in front of your friends and then you get on camera and you got bitches behind you like, action.
Mm-hmm. That pressure. What you know about that pressure?
I'd be like, ooh, child. Ooh, child. And then you don't want to disrespect people. You want to be classy. You want to keep it cute. Anyway, listen, I want to talk real quick, Wendy. Real quick. What is your love language? And so for the people listening, the love languages that I go off of are the 5 love languages, the quality time, the act of services, the words of affirmation, physical touch, and gift giving. What would you say your love language is? And also, not only that, but have you done the test?
I have done the test.
Have you? Okay,
It's been a while. You know, it can change. But the last time I took it, my number 1 was quality time. And quality time doesn't mean fucking, you know, me watching you play the game. You know what I mean?
Can I say something crazy?
Yeah.
It's not that you wouldn't like it because there's good qualities in everybody.
100%.
My ex also love language was quality time. Mm-hmm. And sometimes certain things makes me think of him.
When you do?
You.
Oh, when I said that shit?
No.
Ooh. Oh, I want to know. I'm kind of curious.
No. Just, no, wait. Finish your
No, but you saying something that I do, so what do I do that reminds you of him?
I just think why are they snapping pictures of us right now?
Because we're getting vulnerable. We're getting vulnerable, bitch.
No, wait. We're going to say that.
Yeah.
We're going to say that.
Hold on.
I want to just go into
Look. Game watching for men is definitely a love language. Game watching for men is definitely a love language.
Game watching?
Yeah, when you got your girl watching you play the PlayStation or the Xbox.
That would be quality time.
That is quality time.
Nah, but that's a love language for men.
It is for men. For men.
Yeah. What's funny is I always see these things and these memes and these things about like different things are cool love language. Like, oh, you cooking spaghetti and your girl behind you, you know, or your girl's cooking spaghetti and your man behind you just rubbing you while you cooking. That's like, but that does kind of go under it's quality time or like physical touch. You know what I mean? So like all these different things, that is like a love language, and that goes to where it's probably quality time, because quality time is not just what you would think. Oh, your partner spending time with you. Quality time is when just the overall making time for your partner.
Right. That's what I mean.
Making time for your
trying
partner.
to say.
So take it a little bit deeper though.
That's what we're doing.
So hold on. Look. When you got your woman as a man, right? When you got your woman next to you, watching you do what you love doing, that's definitely a love language.
It is a love language, but I feel
that's
like
quality time though, right?
100%. But it's also like you're kind of spending space, because I'm not 100% watching you play. I'm also doing my own.
But you in his world.
Exactly. So
that's what men love.
I feel like it's together but apart.
Can I say something?
Right. You know what I mean?
Can I say something? Yeah. Because it's so funny. You have like, we talking about love languages.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Jay interrupts and is like, oh, the love language and spending the time while I'm watching the football game. That's a love language.
Yeah.
People forget that the art of love language is not only to figure out your own love language, but also learning Your partner's love language.
Exactly. So when we sit down and watch the game with you, it's because we feed it into your love language. You know, we want to make you happy.
Yes. Speak it, honey.
There we go.
Speak it.
Yeah.
When I'm sucking your motherfucking in the motherfucking...
I'm balls deep.
Bitch, when I'm motherfucking folding your laundry, when I'm making sure you got your shit together, when I'm making sure, bitch, ain't nobody fucking with you on the outside, when I make sure that motherfuckers, we good financially, physically, and mentally, bitch, I'm making sure your love languages are met. And I sound a little sloppy saying that. Let me shut up.
No, I feel like...
Speak on it, because I'm just talking shit now. This is the
feel
second
like-
part of the podcast. I'm talking shit. So go ahead, say it.
I feel like that's where, like, it gets a little mixed up what should be appreciated, what should not. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we all have different levels of appreciation. So, like, maybe they don't see that as, like, you showing up.
Can't expect you out of other people.
Exactly.
But also, it goes back to the whole part of the point of communication.
Yeah.
It goes back to the whole beginning of what we were saying. When you can't hold yourself accountable and you can't communicate, like, people think, oh, yeah, well, this is my love language.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's typically a lot of men.
But you teach
I'm
people.
a man. I am a man, and I get it. I see both sides, and everybody knows me. I see both sides.
And you know
it's
what?
Typically men, though.
Yeah, and you know what I appreciate about you? The fact that you're a man and you're also a father.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, you should not let that light dim at all. You're a father. You're a gay man. You're fucking doing it in this world. You're showing up for yourself.
And it's not easy.
Kids.
It's not easy. To be a bisexual, gay man, father, it's not easy today in this world to be set up like that. It's a lot of judgment. It's a lot of people projecting how they want you to be. It's not easy.
And that's what I fucking said earlier. It's like you accept people as they are, not as who you expect them to be.
But again, men, a lot of men, and women too, a lot of men, it's like they just focus on what their love language is and what they want from that partner.
But that's emotional maturity.
Yeah.
100%.
Because true everlasting love is learning your partner's love language.
Right.
So that way, if each partner learned each other's love language, that's the key.
Right.
Not only focusing on what the fuck you want or expect. And I have been guilty of that in the past. I'm not perfect. Like I said, it stems from my independentness. I've been on my own. I've been doing my shit.
You've been hurt. So it's like you see things through your lens.
Exactly. And it's like, I want this, but you need to be accommodating to your partner.
Exactly.
So your love language is quality time?
My love language is quality time, acts of service, and physical touch.
You want to know what mine is?
Yeah, I do.
And this was mine before I took the test. I said it. I am very much act of service.
Act of service.
100%.
You know what the problem is with act of service, though? Like, we can say, yeah, our love language is acts of service, but I'm not going to fucking tell you to do something for me and not tell me that, you know, you're doing it for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just automatically expect that person to know what to do and what not to do to please you. You get what I'm saying?
So are you saying, is it like a flaw of it?
Like, I feel like there is like an expectation, but we have to clearly communicate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I say...
100%.
Like, if I say it's going to be an act of service for me to clean the fucking kitchen before I get home.
But acts of service, too, is not only just, the little task.
Right.
Acts of service, to me, when I look it up and I do it, I'm thinking, acts of service is having someone that when you have the biggest burden on your back, believes that. Yeah. Helps with your goals. Helps with this. If you have something to by a deadline... Like, for instance, little things. Mm-hmm. If I'm cleaning the house, if I'm doing all the domestic shit, and I'm getting kids to baseball, kids to church class, I'm cooking dinner, I'm picking up kids from school, I'm working, I'm paying most of the bills. Mm-hmm. Little shits. Damn, babe, just even asking, like, hey, did you get that done?
But, like, I feel like acts of service is like, we don't want to ask.
You just want, that's what I'm, yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
we just expect it.
Yeah. So my love language is like, yo, just, so is that a bad? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
You keep confusing me.
Acts of services has to be very well fucking communicated, or else like you're going to expect things and be disappointed if your partner doesn't meet those expectations.
Yes. Communication.
You get what I'm saying?
Communication is key.
Communication is
right?
key.
Can we highlight that?
Yeah.
Communication is what? Key. Can we get a bomb to that? Not the long ass missile. Wait, do the long ass missile. Wait, do the long ass missile. Go ahead. Do the long ass missile. Communication is what? Key. And y'all don't know what? Communication
is key.
And that because when you say that, I'm like, okay, like,
but like,
right.
It's
but I express it. I'd be like, bitch, damn, bitch, the fuck I'm doing all. Oh, I be talking out of the mic all the time. It's like I literally be like, I feel like I give my all. Like, oh my god, like when I felt like, listen, we make our own beds and we lay in it.
Right.
So
100%.
if you find someone that's not domesticated and not doing this, don't expect that motherfucker to be domesticated in about 2 months. Mm-hmm. I get it. But goddamn, just show a little bit of effort of like, fuck, you doing this, you taking care of the kids, you taking care of the household, you taking care of this. It fucking like just show anything that shows like, damn, you on the same page. And I'm not saying any of my exes, not just one in particular, have not done that. I'm just saying like that I know is my love language. Mm-hmm. When I have someone that just, I'm always, which is a problem too. I'm not just looking at the future. I do focus on the present, but I'm always having goals. Mm-hmm. I always try to better my life by a certain period of time. Like, right. I'm like, by 20, I got to have this. I had to go to college. I'm like, by 25, I had to be in a career. I had to have my kids by 30. I need to own a property by the time I'm 30 again, which I owned a property at 18. It's like, I always have these goals, but sometimes I get so focused in like the future of success that like I sometimes don't appreciate the moments, but I try to. Right. And like, just having someone that like, you know, like really feels like they support that. Like in my last relationship, I went through a lot of shit. Like when I lost my job, I feel like it changed everything in our dynamic too. Like I was given a lot of shit about like the way I spent my time, how much money I was spending on that person, what I did for them. And I was literally like doing it all.
Right. And,
like, bro,
and it can feel like that. 100%.
Oh my God. It's
like,
so
it can
crazy.
feel like such a one-sided relationship at times where like you feel like you're not being understood or met at your needs if you don't communicate that effectively or if you don't have that space to even say that. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, because we were talking about love languages, and I know you had, I had just said, I was like, oh, like when you meet someone that's not domesticated, don't expect them to be like that in 2 weeks. I want to talk about a little bit about like when you meet someone and you have a physical attraction. I'm like hiccuping and burping. I'm done. Y'all, this is, first of all, for anybody that knows me, this is beer in my cup. I don't drink a lot of beer. I like beer, and I'm drinking, what is it, Bud Light Platinum?
I'm still on my first cup of wine.
It's Bud Light Platinum I'm drinking. Is that
Bud
what it is?
Bud Light Platinum is like 6% instead of 4%.
It's really good. It's smooth. It's nice. And I'm just, ooh. Anyway.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when you meet someone in this physical attraction, like, do you think like
that can definitely overpower your
thought processes?
Yeah.
Do you feel like people ignore red flags because of the physical attraction?
100%.
I hate them. Why? Listen.
Okay.
Why the fuck Jay got a soundboard now?
First of all, what the fuck is going on here right now? I see y'all fucking texting, sending each other like secret messages.
Yo, honestly, it's a lot of people. Listen. It's a lot of people giving us feedback off the IG. So everybody that's tuning in,
let's go.
Lock into the IG. It's crazy.
Shout out to
right
y'all.
now.
You know, we
it's
just
crazy.
chilling, having a good time. Yeah. But listen, Wendy, answer the question because we on a quick time limit. Let me tell you something. Why the fuck are people ignoring red flags in the beginning when they got a physical attraction? And should we? Do we just want to learn the experience or what? Because I feel like a lot of people ignore red flags in the beginning. My opinion.
We fall in love with potential. Ooh. You know what I mean?
Drop a gun. Drop a gun. I want the gun. Yo, this bitch said, we fall home. I'm going home.
We fall in love with potential. We
Get
do.
The car. Get the keys. I'm going home. I'm going home. All right, go.
I just feel like we have like this expectation. We believe in this person to do better for themselves. Like we fall in love with that, and we feel like we know that they're gonna grasp that one day, but like a year goes by. So it's like, where do you draw the line between you seeing the potential in them and them seeing the potential in themselves?
Listen, why?
It's quiet. You know what I mean? Because nobody fucking knows.
Yo, I still am the fact that this bitch says, like, this girl said we fall in love with the potential. And that is so true. God, what the fuck?
And I'm guilty of that myself. 100%.
Oh, 100%. We all are.
We all are.
I think everybody has done that one time in their life. And it's sad because, like, that person that we think has the potential, like, we love them because they do have some good traits, and like, oh my God.
But we fall in love with this false reality.
False reality. Where's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? Have you been watching that trial?
Yes, I fucking have.
I don't know. I don't approve of that soundboard at that time, but I'll take it. I'll take it, I guess. That's how they're feeling. We're not. No.
Wait, why though? I want to know why.
Audience, we are not allowed in charge of the soundboard. They cut us off, so they got that, but they hold us down. What the fuck is good?
What do y'all fucking think?
Johnny
That's the
Depp,
real question.
No, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Did you hear what everyone has been like repeating that Johnny Depp says? It was like this sound that he did on the trial, and he said, you don't exist. You don't exist.
He said that?
Yeah, he in the trial, like when he was speaking about his side, because he was in an abusive relationship with this female.
Right.
And he was like, you didn't exist. Only thing that I loved was this imagination of you for the past couple of years.
It's this picture that I put in my head that you're a good person.
And I can't believe how you could do this now. And I literally, you didn't exist. Just an imaginary in my head. And that's how I feel. I was with someone that I thought we were going to spend the rest of our lives, but that didn't exist.
Right.
Because they were just filling voids. They were just covering their narcissistic behavior. They were just covering their insecurities and making it seem like I got insecurities.
Yeah.
When I was holding that motherfucker down.
And you know what's sad? Like, people that are like that, they really have to fucking take a look at themselves in a mirror and admit that. Because
But they don't.
Narcissistic behavior, there's no fucking cure for that.
There's no cure for that.
There's no cure.
And everybody has a little bit of narcissistic traits in a way.
100%.
Like 100%. But to be someone that literally constantly changes emotions from how you meet them to a certain point.
Changes the narrative.
Changes everything. The narrative. Changes the level of passion and excitement, of respect, understanding, and then start, making things off of your reaction after their actions and their behavior and their lack of communication and their tend to start to bring you down.
Their lack of accountability. If
you have someone that brings you down and puts you down, and that is only their thing, and they start to belittle you and make you feel something, get out of it, because you will be strong. And 2 months ago, I would never thought I'd be in the place I was. I was so mentally fucked up for 3 months of my life. Everybody in my life was like, Matthew, you're not being you. You're not you.
And that's a first sign. That's a first sign. The fact that your friends are telling you you're not being you, that's a first sign that you're not in a good relationship.
Everyone was like, Matthew, where the fuck, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing me. Like, I cut off. I literally, I feel like the only thing in my life was that person and their people.
Because you chose that person. You know what I mean? It's not your fault.
It's sad, though.
It's not your fault, though.
But fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck. Still can't believe I used to fuck with you, popping Plan Bs, because I ain't planning to be
stuck with you.
Damn, I see you still kicking with them op bitches. I'm the only reason that your goofy ass
got bitches.
All them hoes.
Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion.
I love that song. That has been my anthem.
Shout out Megan Thee Stallion.
Since that shit dropped, that has been my anthem. Because that bitch, when that bitch said, bitches, love yourself because the shit could get ugly. That's why fuck dudes get money. And I don't give a fuck if that dude leave tonight. Imagine being in a relationship for a year and a half, right? Let me shut up. Let me say that for a second.
Nah, take a shot to that.
They gonna tune in. They gonna tune in.
Honestly, I feel like
cheers to us. Cheers to us. I just had a couple things. I know we cutting up time. I just, because catch us on the next episode because we want to make sure that you get involved in our personal life. And I know the initial watchers of our episodes are going to be our family, our loved ones. And I love y'all. And like, life is not easy.
No.
And it's not easy to get up and talk about this stuff. And we've all been through it. We've all been through crazy relationships and heartbreaks and love and family and children and this.
You know what the crazy thing is? Like, I used to not understand my parents at all. 100%. Now that I'm a fucking adult, fucking 24 years old,
I respect that.
I'm like, Mom, Dad, what the fuck was
100%.
y'all going through? Like,
100%.
what? How the fuck did y'all get through this shit? You know?
Shout out to the parents out there.
Exactly.
Shout out to the soundboard guy. I love him.
Yeah,
He's dope.
like my parents have been married 20 years, over 20 years. And like through thick and thin, like we've had so much up and downs, and like I've been there, I can testify to it. And like and it just, for me, like that gives me hope.
Were you an only child?
No, I have a little brother. I'm the oldest.
I'm the
oldest.
Same shit.
Yeah, so I feel like
same shit. No, I'm kidding.
I carry a lot of their shit because, you know, I've always tried to be a parent to my little brother, or, you know, something vice versa. But
why is it like that, you think?
I feel like it's because our parents didn't show up for us 100% the way that they showed up the way they knew how.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, I can't blame them for it.
It's crazy how, like, as we're older, you respect them as humans.
Yeah.
And not just our parents and we're bratty kids.
But when we're fucking 13, 12...
Because I've been through a lot, and I have, I think, the most supporting parents. Mm-hmm. I have amazing parents that love me and support me.
I have amazing parents, too.
They're so supportive.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like, you know, there's things that gone on in my childhood that I'm working through that, you know, dealt with certain attachment styles and this and that. And we all crazy, bitch. And when you Italian in front of New York, we crazy. And what are you again? What is your race, baby girl?
My race?
Yeah.
I'm Mexican and Honduran.
And where are you born? I don't think I ever asked you where you were born.
I was born in Vero motherfucking
no, you
Beach,
weren't.
Florida. Yes, I was.
Dead. I'm dead. Cut the mics. Unapologetic.
That's why I said I need to move out.
No. I actually, believe it or not, Wendy, for real, this past year, I've met a lot of people that have been born in Vero.
Really? Like natives? Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't think a lot of places had like a lot of natives, but like I met a lot of people that were born in Vero Beach.
No, I was born and raised here.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's popping though. Yeah. Vero Beach got a lot of cool little like popping places. Vero Beach. That's how you know it's time to cut off. Vero Beach has a lot of unique people.
Yeah, they do.
It's blinded. When people think of Vero Beach, you're like, oh, it's all senior citizens and this and that. Vero Beach got a lot of unique people. And I shout out to all the people like today. I was at my boy Noah's birthday, 21-year-old birthday party today. He's young. But like, shout out to all those people that I go to like open mic night with. They're super unique, super dope, super talented. There's so many unique people.
Yeah, 100%.
Wendy, is there anything specific that you want to say to the camera and to the audience and to your family and loved ones who are going to watch this? Anything that you want to say before we cut off?
Number one, when I speak of something from my point of view, don't take it personally. You get what I'm saying?
Clean your pussies.
Yes, please clean yourself. But
I'm sorry. Oh my God. If this is her family watching, I'm sorry. I'm crazy. They make me crazy. They always want me to be crazy. I'm living off other people's projections. No, I'm kidding. No, Wendy. I don't have much to say either anymore.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, we doing this. We're back again. For everybody that has been watching us, has been watching Rain International and Rain Podcast from day one. I know we've attempted to. We did the entrepreneur shit. And y'all seen the episodes on YouTube. And I know you guys seen the other crazy, maybe little minimal sections of the crazy raunchy stuff we did. But we're back. We're not stopping, guys. We're going to be consistent. Please check us out on all of our pages. We have a couple of things we need to shout out. I got Rain .international on Instagram. Jay is such a dope person. And he has believed in me for the past 15 years and has predicted this from day one. Please go follow him on Instagram, y'all. He'd be doing the Instagram lives. He's crazy and fun. And please follow Elite Visionary with 2 Y's on Instagram and every social media. Elite. Elite Visionary with 2 Y's. So that's ELITE VISIONARY. Boop, boop. On everything. That's our photographer and my friend for so long. He is such a stand-up dude and such an amazing person. And he puts his heart and soul in everything. And I fucking love him to pieces. And also, bitch, shout out motherfucking me real quick. Bitch, follow me on TikTok or whatever or nothing. Y'all know I don't be on that social media shit. I got my Snapchat for the bitches who watch me every day. The only Matt88, but really just I need y'all to follow unapologetic _ 2 underscores podcast. Unapologetic _ podcast. On Instagram, TikTok, all that shit. That's all I need y'all to follow. Y'all don't need to follow me. Y'all already follow. And when you give them your plug, and let's close this shit the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, follow me. It's Wendy with 2 Y's, JC. Middle name is fucking Janet, if you really want to know. Castro.
Don't give the government.
But that's also my TikTok name. I don't really post on there, but like if y'all want to see more of me, y'all let me know. If y'all fuck with me or not, whatever. But
we're just here, y'all, to be a safe place.
Yeah.
Unapologetic, y'all.
Exactly.
We love y'all. We just want to speak about our things and try to be relatable. We want to hear some feedback from y'all, so please put in some comments of what y'all want to hear opinions on.
Right.
We're going to get into some things on the next episode.
We're going to get on some things.
We love y'all. Unapologetic. Shout outs the fuck out. Jay, drop some motherfucking gunshots in this bitch. Let's go.
Rain International presents Unapologetic Podcast. Rain International presents Unapologetic Podcast.